Yo, what's up guys? It's Jack and welcome back. And if you saw my last video, you will pretty much know at this point that there's pretty much not going to be any World War II content posted on the channel. Long story short, I didn't enjoy the game. If you want the full nitty-gritty, you can always check out the video. I'll leave a link in the description below if that helps, or you can just go and look at my previous video. But and by the way, thank you very much for the support on that video. I've noticed that there's been a good amount of views on it, so you guys have also shown that you're very supportive as well in the comment section, as well as from the likes. The likes outweigh the dislikes, which is obviously a good thing. So, but now I know some of you have been wondering, hence that video, like what's next? What's Jack gonna do? Is he gonna be doing exactly the same old, same old? Is he going to change it up a little bit? What exactly is it going to happen? What about streams? I'm sure some of you guys might have questions. And I'm going to be straight with you guys. I've had the exact same question in my head, especially in the last 24 hours. And I've been kind of playing with multiple different ideas. But when I was in the middle of answering a comment, a question, or actually responding to a comment in the comments of the video that I made last, obviously, I basically had an idea that I had come up with very, very, very recently, as in like around the same time that I was posting my reply, and it's something that I kind of played around with back even before I started streaming consistently and before I went on to TSG, and I wanted to share that idea with you here, and it has multiple layers to it. So at the same time, I want you guys to kind of help me decide on what specifically you would like. And any ideas of your own that you might have, because I've got a few and I'm going to share them with you. So without further ado, here we go. Now obviously first I played with the idea that I would just go and play Halo and just go full try hard in it and everything like that, and I even uninstalled World War II, which by the way, health wise was probably the best thing I did for myself this year, or one of the best things I did for myself this year. So I mean, the amount of distress that game has been causing me over the last few hours has been pretty ridiculous, so it's good to stay away from that as well. But I also installed Halo back, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna get into the full Halo grind. But that wasn't the original idea that I was talking about earlier a few seconds ago in this video. But it's something that I kind of played around with. I even played with some Halo, and then while I was in the middle of playing Halo, I was enjoying myself, sure, but I was getting, for some reason, it just wasn't feeling the same. Obviously, it's not the same as Call of Duty. It just doesn't give me that same old feeling. And at the same time, it's something you have to go full try hard on, and it's something you have to go pretty much ridiculously sweaty every time. And although that would be really nice, but it's just something that gets old every once in a while. If you're not a pro gamer, then it's just not for me personally. But the idea that basically one thing that I've come to the conclusion is that I just really enjoy Call of Duty, and there are still Call of Duty goals that I am very curious and willing to set for myself in terms of the older Call of Duties, and with streaming as well. And here is what I mean. As for those of you that have just joined the channel, you don't know this, and I'm going to go into you may not know this, I'm going to go into the basics of it here in a second. And that is that I basically, Call of Duty and I started to click in somewhere around the Black Ops 2 life cycle. And that's when I started to improve in the game, and that's when I started to do better, be consistent, yada, 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 all that good stuff, right? Well, during that time, I also went back and played older Call of Duties to see if it was just this game that I was good at, and if it was just a fluke, or if I'm just a one type of Call of Duty type of guy. And I'm happy to report that that's not the case. Yes, every single Call of Duty has something that you need to adjust to and to learn from, but as long as the game is playable, and for me World War II is not the way that I play, I seem to do well at it after I started to click with Call of Duty. So, but one thing that was always curious, now I was never able to reset my stats in this game after I hit Master Prestige for one reason or another. I think it's because I picked something else, and then I just couldn't reset stats anymore. And one thing I was always wondering was, because my stats were so low in previous Call of Duty games, specifically in this one, since this is where it all started for me in terms of my transition, I'm wondering, what would my stats be like now? Stats don't really mean all that much. So there's an argument of, just that they do or they don't, and all these kind of things. Sure, I mean, to a certain extent they do, but yet at the same time they don't. It's a mixed bag. But I've always been curious exactly like what, in terms of numbers, okay, quote unquote numbers. I was always wondering, okay, where am I now? I'm guessing I'm anywhere between a 2 to 3 KD ratio type of guy, full rushing obviously, no camping, and a score per minute that's about anywhere between 4 and 500 on average. So that is around my guess, and I wanted to see how close I was to that guess, and I also wanted to see and just kind of compare my past to my future in terms of what the numbers would tell me. So who knows, I might be worse, I might be better, or I might be exactly spot on. And the thing that I was thinking about doing was, well, I was thinking about streaming a Road to Commander or a Road to Master Prestige, which is something that you guys can help decide for me on a brand new account. And I'm sure some of you will already know what that account is going to be called, what the gamer tag is going to be called on that account. Granted, it's not taken, which I hope it isn't. I don't think it should be, but and I would stream every single game that I play from level 1 all the way to Prestige or Prestige Master, depending on the game itself or what you guys want to see for that game. And I would stream every single game, so you guys would get to see me go through the transition, you get to see me struggle, you get to see me, you know, you get to see everything. You get to see me use the different weapons, unlocking different things, yada yada yada. So, and that's what makes it interesting to me, is the fact that I do it on stream. And from what I've gathered from talking to you guys through streams, and even from comments, and like I said, and this gameplay here is from these two gameplays that you have here are from streams. So I take it you guys like the streams, and and a lot of you also prefer them to videos. You enjoy the streaming more than you do videos. Not that you hate videos, but you just enjoy the streaming. So I figured, well, it's a win-win situation. I get to keep on playing Call of Duty. I don't get to turn my back on the people that came from TSG, or just even the fans that just love to watch, not the fans, even the subs that have been with me from the beginning that just love to watch me play Call of Duty. Now, I know that there are many different reasons why people are subbed to me. Some people prefer the gameplay over the commentary, some people prefer the commentary over the gameplay, and some people like both. So I figured this would also be a really good way to satisfy everybody, including myself. And one thing that I want to be very clear about is that if I don't enjoy, in case it's not clear already with recent happenings, obviously, is that if I don't enjoy doing something, I'm not going to do it. So hence no World War II. So, and I still enjoy playing Call of Duty, and I figured you can always improve, and my gameplay and my skill can always get better with Call of Duty. And by the time Black Ops 4 comes out, or the next Treyarch game comes out, whatever it's going to be called, I can stay in shape, I could be an even better player, I could stream a lot more, which is something that you guys obviously like and I obviously enjoy doing. So I figured this is the way to do it. Now the question is, now, do you guys want a Road to Commander, which is just first Prestige? Do you want a Master Prestige? I also have a couple of other things that I haven't fully done with previous Call of Duties as well, such as, say, what's it called? Like with Modern Warfare 3. I also have Modern Warfare 3. Oh my gosh, I fell in the hole. In Modern Warfare 3, I also have Modern Warfare 3 on the Xbox 360. And which is another reason why I got the Xbox 360, was so that way I could play older CODs again. And Black Ops 2 being the major one, and that was, again, before it became backwards compatible. And Modern Warfare 3 still is not backwards compatible. And that's another thing I wanted you guys to help me decide on. Like, if I do this, do you want me to do it on a 360 with a standard controller, or do you want me to continue to do it on the Xbox One with the Elite controller? So, and I don't mind doing it. It's not like Black Ops 4 is going to come out anytime soon. I've got an entire year, or almost an entire year, so it really doesn't bother me. So I'd rather have you guys decide. So, and if you can't decide, then I'll just decide. I'll just go with one choice and I'll stick with it. Or I can always go back and forth between consoles. I have no problem doing that, especially since there's no new Call of Duty to prepare for. So therefore, the controller shouldn't make that much of a difference. Besides, it is a game after all. So, but yeah, those were my ideas. I mean, if you guys don't even want to see me play Call of Duty at all, with Halo for some reason I just got tired of it really quick. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I overdid it in the last 6 months that I played. But another thing was I also have Doom, and I loved Doom multiplayer, and it is definitely a game for rushers, and it is definitely my kind of game as well. It's different than COD, although the Call of Duty engine was based off of a Quake engine. It is very different from COD at the same time, but you get to see a guy running around, jumping around, and shooting things nonstop, whether you watch me play COD or Doom or whatever it is that I decide to play. So, and let me know, what older CODs would you like to see besides just Black Ops 2? One thing I will say for sure is that I will start with Black Ops 2, because that's got me curious more than anything. And besides, life comes around full circle, right? Everything comes and goes, basically. Whatever goes around comes around. So if everything started with Black Ops 2 for me, I figured I might as well start this off with Black Ops 2. So let me know what you guys think. Give me your ideas. I would love to hear feedback from every single one of you. So you can either answer me on Twitter, and the link is right over there, right in front of you right now on the left, or you can answer me in the comment section down below, or you can show me by likes and dislikes. I mean, if you're against this, then dislike the video. If you're for it, then like the video or whatnot. So, and again, if you want to go into specifics, reach out to me on Twitter or in the comment section down below. And that's all I got for this one, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my future videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.